Hello, children. We are live finally. Sorry about the delay. An absolute catastrophe struck. I was trying to plug in my Ethernet cable from my laptop all the way across the room to our Wi-Fi box or router, and I tugged my computer off my standing desk. My standing desk, that's like 4 feet off the ground, fell off the desk, hit the real table, hit the chair, tumbled to the ground, and death ensued. My computer's okay, which is good. My Ethernet cable adapter is dead, which is very upsetting because Apple adapters cost, like $80. So that's my morning. I hope everyone's having a good day other than me. Let me pull up the chat so I can see if I'm just talking to myself. But I am so glad to be here and that the computer isn't dead, because that just would have actually been the worst. I probably would have cried. I feel like that's one of my biggest fears is I'm just trying to use my computer one day and it dying. Okay, I think we're here. Let's see. Oh yeah, lots of people are here. Okay, good. I'm so sorry I kept you all waiting. I feel so terrible. But we are here now. Let's see, what is everyone working on today? Regina, the first, it never happens. Hi, Austin. Oh, I'm so happy to see you here. Good morning, JLC. Let's see. Oof. Regina, 7 a.m. Dedication, girl. Dedication. Hello and welcome. I love this little cat. It is absolutely precious, and I definitely needed to see that this morning. Currently working on my 1-year novel project called So Tall the Trees. Ooh, I am intrigued, Austin. Give me the dirty deets. I want to know more. I really want to become a horror writer. Don't know if I know how, but I'm very intrigued by that. Hi, Bailey. Good to see ya. Good morning, Lizelle. That's totally fine. We're so happy to have you, Kimberly. Join us for as long as possible. I think we're probably going to wait just a couple more minutes in case someone else wants to join. So we'll start at like 10:10 maybe. Good morning, Angelique. There is a wee Lindsay silhouette in the thumbnail, like a hidden image. Yes, that is my foray into horror. I'm always lurking in the background. I love it. Hello, Kaylee. Thanks for coming. Has anyone else been enjoying the heat waves rolling across the country? Not me. My condition is like heat triggered, so I'm trying to stay inside as much as possible. Yeah, I might get some iced tea instead. I do have coffee, but I'm going to overheat very quickly. I already know it. Hi, Alex. Thanks for joining us. Oh, everything jumped. I'm sorry. If I missed you, I'm still happy you're here. Esther, I see you. Good morning, Trisha. So happy you're here. Pizos. Hey, girl. I'm so happy you're here. And I am so happy for you in general. Yay, I'm so happy you made it too. Thanks for coming, guys. So many people are here. This is so exciting. I hope we're all ready to write. I am maybe starting a new project. I'm not maybe, I am going to start a new project. I am forcing myself to start this new middle grade because I need to. I don't have an excuse anymore. I've done enough outlining. It's time to actually get started on this. So that's what we're going for today. Working on a storyline for my second novel on chapter 7. That is good progress. Drafting your middle grade. So exciting. Chapter 18 of a fantasy novel, then you're in the meat of it. Good luck to you. Second chance for romance. How sweet. I just recently got into romance. I've only read 2 in my whole life. And Beach Read by Emily Henry. So good. I am like a romance stan now. I loved that book. It was amazing. So good. It's about the 2 like MFA program rivals. One, the guy writes like literary fiction and the girl writes romance, and they end up staying as neighbors at beach houses, and they challenge each other to write each other's genres. So the guy has to write like a cutesy romance, and the girl has to write like a really dark, gritty literary fiction. So good. And of course they fall in love, and it's just perfect. Loved it all. 75 pages to get through. Better get on it. We better start sprinting, actually. I'm just trying to keep up with everyone and say hi. Hi, Miranda. I'm so happy you're here. Your last video that I watched, I think it was your, you wrote, what was it? You wrote every morning at 6 a.m. You cracked me up. If you guys haven't watched Miranda's videos, go check her out. She's hilarious. Write what scares you. Yes. Proofreading. That's very intense. I am so bad at any of that. You can ask anybody who's read any of my books, betas or CPs. They are riddled with errors. All right, you guys, I am going to keep reading and catching up on some of these comments, but I feel like we should go ahead and start a sprint for those of you who really have a lot of work to get done today. Let me see if I remember how to do this. I think I do. I think. This is all just like a hot mess, so it's totally fine. Okay. Here, let's go like this, and then we do this, and then oh, it's gonna get wild for a hot second. There we go. Okay, here we are. I hope you all can see this. Did it work? Exit full screen. All right, here we go. Start sprinting. 3, 2, 1, sprint. Did it not work? You did that. How did everyone do? I am struggling because I guess I just forget how to use StreamYard. So that's been fun. Anyway, hope you guys had a good sprint. Let me know how you did, how many words you got through, how many pages, depending on what you're doing. I am, once more, procrastinating from actually getting into the meat of the story. And I think that I'm just doing some research. I'm looking up the symptoms of an aneurysm, which is like super fun because I have like all of those symptoms every time I have a migraine. I'm like, yep, that's great. So I've been looking up that, and then I've also had to look up some like cultural names for grandparents, like how you would say grandparent in this language, because there's a lot of grandparents in my story, and I don't want them to be whiteies. So that's what we're working on right now. I'm one of those people that just like plans so much in the beginning, because that really works for me, because then I can just like draft all the way through my first draft without stopping, hopefully, and having to stop for research, which bothers me. But that's just me. I know everyone's different. Let's see. Oh, my chat is so behind y'all. I'm so sorry. Hi, Kevin. Thanks for secretly being here. I hope you're getting some work done. Woo, 487. You write so fast. How do you write that fast? That's like how much I get done in a day. You talking about me when the timer went off and I was like, boom, here I am. You got your file open. Regina, ahead of the game, obviously wins the award for most productive for that sprint. Kimberly, 234. Kaylee, 529. You guys are just killing it. Well, good job, Lizelle. And everyone give Lizelle a round of applause. She just finished her first draft of her second book in her duology that's being published. So everyone give her little claps for Lizelle. Outlining for a few chapters. That's good. That's good. We did just finish the first sprint. Don't worry. We will do more. Finish my lecture script. Well, that's really cool. What are you lecturing on? Oh, what book did you buy? I have a book on this, and it's called, oh no, I forget what it's called, but it's by the guy who made the Game of Thrones languages, and oh, he also worked on, like, was it Star Trek or Star Wars? I don't know. He's the main guy who did like Dothraki, and I think he might have even done some of the Lord of the Rings languages. The book is black with blue lettering. I can't remember what it's called, but it's a really good book. It's super, super intense. It's like going to be like all inclusive. I feel like you would never need another book if you were creating a language. If you get that book, I'm sorry, I am not more helpful in that department. 425, that is amazing. I feel this. Rereading what you wrote and you're just like, big yikes. Relatable. 105, don't say only. That's 105 more words than you already had. Like, that's amazing. 75 is the same. Like, that's 75 more words than you had earlier. Oh, you had to deal with a wasp, though. all of your kids decided they need something. That's pretty much what my animals do, except I'm sure they're a little bit less needy than children, but yeah. The chat keeps jumping. Working on a 0 draft. I love 0 drafts. They're mine are so bad, but it's fun. And yeah, you just include it all. They're wild and terrible. That's the perfect way to describe them. What was that book by Libba Bray? It's like one of my favorites when I was a kid or young teen. The Great and Terrible Beauty. That should be like the catchphrase for my drafts. The Great and Terrible Beauty. Love it. Yes, everyone is applauding Lizelle. She deserves it. My niece calls my mom Nana and my dad Paw. I love that. I love learning what everyone calls their grandparents. So on my dad's side, it was Mama and Papa. And on my mom's side, it was always Grandma and Grandpa. But my husband's family, he has Paw and Maw. And I don't think he really cared too much for his dad's parents. I think he just called his grandma by her first name or something. Families, right? The Art of Language Invention. That is it. That's the one. It's really good. It's like it's super complex, but it's like you'll know everything. Like you'll never need the book. Like it was wonderful. The only thing is, like, I bought that book and I read the whole thing and it took me so long because it's so like specific. Like it's down to like suffixes and like syntax or however you say that word. It was a read. And then I think I only used like 1 or 2 words that I created from this book. So it was like a 4-month endeavor for maybe like 2 lines in a book that failed in the query trenches. It's fine. It's totally fine. It's a linguistic lecture about the predictive process, basically a theory for perception and how language influences it. Oh, I like that. Are you like a psych major or like doing some kind of cognition-based stuff? I went to school for psychology, not psychiatry. I wish I was a psychiatrist, then we would have lots of money. But yeah, like I love stuff like that, like perception, cognition, learning, all of that stuff was like some of my favorite classes I ever took. Okay. You know what? I'm going to get this up on YouTube so I can see the chat on there because that might be easier than dealing with this jumpy nonsense over here. See the chat. Okay. Hopefully this is better. Ooh, and my computer is about to die. Hold on, let me plug it in. We're having so many issues today. It's just been a fiasco. Okay. Hopefully that's a little bit better. Now I can see what you guys are saying without having to die every time. All right, let's see. Where were we? Regina, hit that like button, y'all. Yay, yay. Please do. Just plugging myself. Oh, Eva Daniels. Okay. Let me see. Let me see if I can find it up here so I can put it up. Is it pronounced far more and far? I don't know how to pronounce that. We're Swedish. It means father's mother and father's father. That is so interesting. I love that. I'm going to write that down. I love this kind of stuff. Families and languages and cultures. So interesting. Okay, this is really cute too. Why are grandparent names so cutesy? Bubby and Zadie, is that how you say it? That is just precious. My grandparents don't want to feel old, so they make me call them aunt and uncle. Lizelle, that's so confusing. How do you keep them straight? What if your aunt and uncle are actually like in the same room as your grandma and grandpa? And then you're like, hey, auntie. And then like 5 people turn around and look at you. Like, isn't that confusing? Maybe you guys got it down. I don't know. I love grandparent terms. Meemaw. That's so cute. Hey, Meemaw. I think that sounds so country, but like adorable at the same time. Granny. I want to be known as a granny. I technically already like am a granny. I just need to have the 2 extra generations of children. I just want to skip having children and go straight to being a grandma. Can we like do that? Is that totally fine? Yeah, those are just the English ones, right? Right. It's complicated to explain to everybody. Yeah, I could see that. Psycholinguistic. That is so cool. I am so intrigued by all of this. Wow, love it. What do you guys think about doing another sprint? Are you ready? I feel like I've been like chatting and having my technical difficulties for a while. You guys are probably like, get it together, girl. Are you down for another 20? Let me even see if I can figure out how to do the screen sharing without sharing everything. Don't know if I can do that. I don't know what's up with me, you guys. It's so bad. I'm so bad at technology. I told you I was a grandma. Like, I'm not kidding. I really do stay living that grandma life. All right, let's see if screen share. Oh, we could just do it on a Chrome tab. Okay, I'm learning things, you guys. We're gonna do it on Chrome. I usually use Safari on my computer, but StreamYard does not like Safari. They make you use Chrome. So I've got like 2 tabs and 2 different programs going at one time, and it's just like, you know, pretty confusing. But you're probably sick of hearing me complain. All right. We're gonna get this timer going here. Maybe. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Sorry about that, y'all. It's fine. You know what you signed up for when you subscribed. All right, so we're gonna do this. Boom. Hopefully that works. Okay. Here we go. Let's get ready to sprint. In 3, 2, 1, sprint. All right, how did we do? What did everyone get done? I made some progress. I opened the document and titled it Draft 1. So proud of me. It truly is a miracle. But I also did something else during the sprint that I think was like really good for me and my mental health as like a writer. Because I don't know why, every time I start a new story, I'm just like, oh no, what if I forgot how to write? Or more importantly, like, what if my first draft is like super, super bad, like even worse than normal? So what I actually did was I went back and I read the first 2 chapters of the first draft in my first middle grade, The Glass Witch, and I read them over. And I feel so much better now because it's real bad. So like it can't be much worse than that. I have a lot of like highlighted and like parts that are like insert the name of something here. This is description. You know, things like that. And then also a lot of like, you know, I'm in the story and then it's like she gets sad and does something that makes her look sad. So like a lot of lines like that. And I always say that my first drafts read a lot like a kindergartner wrote like screen directions, because most of the story is like she walked through the door. The door was red and square and she was happy. So, you know, don't feel so bad now. I think probably I officially have no excuse, and I really do actually need to start in the next sprint. I'm so nervous. I don't even know how I want this to start. Like I have a very stringent outline of how this first chapter is going to go, but I usually have a first line all figured out. At least I have in the last 2 books I wrote. I don't for this one. So I'm just like, guess we're winging it. And that's scary. I don't like to wing. I am not a winger. I am a very much stringent, stick to the plan, so drafting can go as smooth as possible. But anyway, tell me how you guys went, because the more I talk, the more I'm getting overwhelmed. So we'll just focus on y'all. Let's see how everyone else did. You guys are dragging me. You guys are dragging me for my suggested video box, okay? Writing sprints, haunted mansion, live sprints, old man, pagan music. It is what it is. I contain multitudes. All right, let's see how we did. Finished the rough cut of a video. Got to add the title and stuff. I'm excited, Lizelle. Love Lizelle's videos. 68 words in. Go, Kev. This is your romance, right? I'm so excited for this romance. Everyone's so secretive about their projects. 409. That is amazing. 646. That's impressive. That's super impressive. 350. That's amazing. 283. Again, you guys just kill it. I write so slow. I'm not kidding. Like, these things are sometimes all I get in a single day, and you guys got it in 20 minutes. That is amazing. 154, 280. 10 minutes, right? Listen. This is my life. I will do this, and mainly it's in draft 2, because draft 1 I make myself like speed right through it. But when I get into draft 2 and I start to make my lump of clay actually look like some sort of statue, I will work on one fingernail. We're continuing this metaphor. We're just going with it, okay? Let me live my life. I will work on that fingernail for like a whole day. It will be all that I work on, and I cannot move on until I get it right, which is a problem. So I get you. Trisha, amazing, being everyone's cheerleader. Trisha is always so positive. I love her. She's wonderful. She makes me feel so great all the time. I'm not a winger. Yes. Winging stresses me out. Working on feedback from a CP. That is amazing. I love CPs. Structured, detailed outline. Yes, I feel that. Deer in the headlights. Yeah, I'm the same. And everyone's different and everyone's valid, but I just get so overwhelmed. 325 is good. That is amazing, Austin. Don't know if it's a romance or just a commercial fiction. Yeah, I think you did mention that to me. I remember that. So, Plancer. You outline about 4 chapters ahead and then write down the plot ideas. Yeah, that's called headlight writing, right? Like some famous author coined that. Like you plot as far as your headlights go, and then once you get there, you just write until your headlights hit more, and then you stop and outline, and then like back and forth. The vampire world. Guys, vampires are coming back. It's so exciting. I'm pumped about that. Let's see what else. Alex said, I'm a pantser, but I have to outline last night because I kept getting stuck. Yeah, I think it's a good tool. It's a good tool when you get stuck sometimes. And, you know, being one doesn't mean you can't experiment with the other. It's what you need. Yeah, okay, so Stephen King said the headlight writing thing. That makes sense. I see that. All right, well, you guys want to do another sprint? Let's see. Grape is here. Good morning, Grape. There she is. Hope your day is going well. All right, I think if y'all want to, another sprint, you down to get some work done? I really want to procrastinate and keep talking so I don't actually have to start. It's so scary. Ooh. Oh, I'm actually supposed to be vlogging too, so I should. There we go. There's my distraction. Hey. Okay. But I'm going to make you guys sprint. So here we go. Let's get it pulled up. And we're just going to do the dang thing again. All right, you guys ready? And sprint. Ding-a-ling-a-link. How'd everyone do? Guess what I did? I did start. Okay, I did. You know what I did? I thought it was very smart of me, and I'll appreciate this in the future. I have my outline printed out in like a chunky scene-by-scene form. And what I actually did was for chapter 1, I copy and pasted the whole chunk in of all of the plot and the character arc and the subplot stuff that I just needed to kind of like introduce. So that way when I actually, one day maybe, start writing, I will have all of the information I need right in that document, and I can just like write under it and then delete as I go. I think that'll work well. I did that with my last couple books, and it worked good for me. But the rest of the time, I just had a crisis. It's fine. I will actually one of these days write, maybe, again. It's just starting. I swear, like, once I get like 200 words in, I'll be like, I got this. Like, Pulitzer Prize, here we come. Okay. How did everyone else do? I hope you were way more productive than me. Let's see what's happening. Oh, I'm so glad you're getting so many plot details worked out. That's amazing. 250 words of plot points. That's incredible. Your entire computer crashed. Oh, Lizelle. I hope it's okay. Like, it'll turn back on and everything. That is, like, honestly one of my worst nightmares. I had that happen and I lost an entire novel. I had, like, 14,000 words and I lost it all. It was when I was a little baby and experienced writer and I didn't understand backing up work. It was a time. 5:20, you hit your work count goal. Hey, everyone give Kaylee a round of applause. 0 words, 100% procrastination. Okay, same. 103 words. Woo! Go Kev. Aren't you supposed to be working? Are you getting paid for this? Are you on the clock? Is it like, you know, those pooping while on the clock memes? But like, good for you. Writing is like so much more important than doing whatever it is you do to actually, you know, for your job. I arrived 1 minute left on the clock, so I got like 7 words. There you go, Ashley. I think she is the winner for this round. Can we all agree? Like 7 words. That was amazing. Honestly, though, like 7 words is 7 words, and that's 7 more than you had. So we're all very proud. And 397 is amazing. 309. Y'all are killing it. Oh. Let's see. You open your pirate doc, stared lovingly at it, and then closed it because I'm not supposed to be working on it. Grape, I am so excited. I don't know if I have shared my deep love for Pirates of the Caribbean on this channel, but it is like my bloodline. Like, I don't know if you guys saw that like Tumblr post or whatever. It was going around Twitter too a while ago, where it says there is one thing that you get obsessed with during middle school that defines who you are for the rest of your life. And mine is like, no lie, Pirates of the Caribbean. Like, it is my heart and my soul. When I'm changing my sheets, I have like spare sheets that I use until my good sheets get back on my bed. It's an Orlando Bloom pillowcase with like Will Turner's face like blown up, and it scares the crap out of my husband because like when the bed isn't made and it's all lumpy, you just see like a man's head like peeking out of our bed. Like, I love it so much. But I had posters, everything. I went to the midnight premieres. I love pirates. I love them, and I'm very excited to read this. Okay, good. We can all breathe for Lizelle. Everything's saved. I was very worried for a minute. Getting started is the biggest challenge. Yeah, it's just getting those first words in. Laying in bed and thinking about your book totally counts. Like, I get the most brainstorming done when it looks like I'm doing nothing. I'm just like staring off into space. and you get amazing things done. Like, and really that's my favorite part of the process, because for me, that's when the whole story comes together for me and I put all the pieces together. So I think sometimes just staring up into space can be the most valuable part. $203. That's amazing. Super slow, but it's something. I mean, that's not slow. That's good. I mean, if you're getting anything done, that's the best. Played with the cat and wrote 267 words. I feel like playing with the cat is the actual accomplishment here, but that's just me as the cat lover. But yeah, 267 is amazing. Still warming up. Yes, I am there with you. I am warming up. Trisha made breakfast. That sounds so good. I won't tell you what I had for breakfast this morning. It was leftover dessert. We'll just say that I am the beacon of health. Let's see what else. Pirates of the Caribbean was Hudson's defining moment too. Still obsessed. Yes, I could talk about this literally for hours. Funny enough, Pirates of the Caribbean is actually how I found one of my critique partners, or really it was The Mummy, like the Mummy franchise, The Mummy Returns. That's how I found one of my critique partners, because we just commented on the same post about The Mummy Returns, and then it somehow spiraled into Pirates of the Caribbean, and then we were best friends forever because we love the same stuff. It's amazing. And hot take, the only Pirates of the Caribbeans that matter are the first three. I feel like that trilogy is like, that is Pirates of the Caribbean. The fourth one was fine, but it didn't need to exist. The fifth one, we don't even mention. And if they're doing a sixth one, I don't know if I'm going to see it. Disney loves their money, but I just wish they knew when to stop. I need to get into Doctor Who, Phoebe. Like, I watched one episode and it was the super creepiest one. I don't know why I started with that, with the angels that, like, when you're not looking at them, they like come up on you, the statues or whatever they're called. That was horrifying. I never watched another episode, but I really would like to get into Doctor Who because everyone loves it. Bailey is right with the Lord. She loves Pirates of the Caribbean. Crying at the Orlando Bloom pillow. Oh, he's amazing. My husband knows that he's like husband number 2. And he's fine with it. Angelique got some amazing plot points in so far. That's amazing. I'm so happy for you. I love your write-ins. Yeah, all 2. 2 for 2, girl. Me too. Oh, thank you. I am hysterical. Maybe not even in the funny way. Maybe in like the I should not be allowed to be on the internet way. But I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And thank you for always coming to all 2 of them. Obsessed with Orlando Bloom when he was Legolas. Yes. Oh my gosh. Amazing. So, okay. So quick story time. I wrote a kind of fan fiction, kind of plagiarized story when I was 15. And it was basically like Christopher Paolini's Aragon meets Lord of the Rings. And it was about a 15-year-old girl who was half human, half elf. And in her world, like the elves ruled. And if you were human, you were like basically killed off. And it was found out that she was half human and her dad was the human. So she had to go on this like adventure to go find her dad and save her mom, who was taken by the evil king for having a baby with a human. It was terrible. But the funniest part, like when I still look back on this with fond memories, the love interest was literally Orlando Bloom as Legolas. And in the book, his name is Legolas. Like I did not change it. It makes me laugh so hard when I think back on it. Although, like me, when I was writing the book, the protagonist is 15 and Legolas is like, I don't know, like 25. So a little iffy there, but I was happy with it when I was 15. Hey. Your Pirates of the Caribbean story reminds me of when I had a cardboard cutout of a TV character and set in my closet. It would scare people. Oh my gosh, Ashley. Okay, so another story. This is awful. I keep just telling stories, but okay. So my best friend loved like Edward when the whole Twilight thing was going on. And so she had no, it was Jacob. It was Jacob. It was a like large cutout life size of Jacob in her bedroom. Her house got broken into, right? So her family is over at the neighbor's house. The police are called and the police come in and they've all got their guns and they're like going room by room, like looking for intruders. And the Jacob statue is in her bedroom. And when the cops came out and they were talking to the family, they were like, "We almost shot Jacob up. We thought he was the intruder." Oh my gosh, it was so funny. I mean, like, there is something to be said about law enforcement just like shooting people, but like, it's just funny that like a statue of teenage Jacob Black like scared the crap out of these cops. Woo! But yeah, I couldn't ever have a cardboard cutout. I get so scared of like just piles of laundry. So a cardboard cutout would just be awful. Oh, thanks for stopping by, Kira. The perks of being an adult is having a breakfast or dessert for breakfast. So true. So true. Yes, Lizelle, I agree. The Mummy Returns sequel, I think, is much better than the first. I love it so much. It's so cutesy, and I love how Evie's character just develops into like this badass. It's amazing. I love all of them. I also had a massive crush on what's the guy's name? Kevin, we talked about this before. Oded, is that his name? The guy with the tattoos, like right here and right here. He was like the warrior protector guy. He also looks like Orlando Bloom, which is why I later got a crush on Orlando Bloom, probably because he looks like that guy. He's very nice to look at. Kevin, no. Lizelle is correct. The Mummy Returns is superior to the actual Mummy. And it's much more adventure than horror. I think the first one was horror, kind of. And the second one's like action adventure. And I am still waiting. I still want a YA like reimagining of The Mummy Returns where like one girl is like the Egyptian and she's like gonna go like do something. And there's like the nerdy, I want the boy to be the nerdy soft cinnamon roll and the girl to be the like shooty gunslinger. And I'm just waiting for like that own voice as Egyptian. Like, oh, can't wait for it. Can't wait. You'd hear someone scream. Oh, you know, it's just so-and-so in the closet. No big deal. Ah, yes. The OG trilogy. So good. Yeah, I'm the same. The first 3 Pirates of the Caribbean are the only ones that matter, and the first 2 Mummy movies are the only ones that matter. I have very strong opinions about this. Ooh. Kaylee's April Camp Nano story was inspired by Pirates of the Caribbean. That's amazing. My first series, my mermaid series, that I've kind of like shelved / I'm just doing for myself in my spare time. That series is kind of inspired by like the ending of At World's End, the 3rd movie. Kind of that whole like culmination fight between everyone in the middle of the ocean. Like, yeah, I took heavy inspiration from that for the like finale of that series that I planned. Well, thanks for coming, Miranda. I hope you had a more productive time than I did. Oh no! Y'all got me in trouble. My husband's in the chat and he's listening to me talk about all these men. I'm so sorry. I love you. You're the one I chose. If that makes you feel better. Oh no. No. My husband is the best. Damage control. Love you, poo poo. Yeah, my perfect outfit is just finding the pirate's blouse to wear. I agree. It would be flowy. Whenever I go to the Renaissance Festival, I have this like flowy, I don't know, tunic thing, and I just feel so powerful. Like I equally look feminine and like I could take your head off. And I love that feeling. Also, minorly have a crush on Keira Knightley as well. I think like the whole trio, I had a crush on everyone in Pirates of the Caribbean equally. Maybe not equally. Orlando Bloom was the top, but yeah. JLCs. If your first fan fictions are mortifying, you're missing out on a great and terrible life experience. I would agree with that. I would agree. My best friend has a life-size cutout of Edward. Yeah. Man, being a teen during our years was just, it was something. All right. Do you guys want to do another quick sprint or do you want to keep chatting? Because I need to get off in like 10-ish minutes. Well, tell me what you want to do. Because I'm having fun just chatting with you guys about movies and stuff. I know we didn't get too many sprints in, but well, we got an hour. We got an hour of sprinting in. We did good, right? I am literally just this emoji. Yes. Phoebe, go do it. Go watch. They're so good. Yes. Okay. It was the Magi. The Magi. Oh my gosh. Not gonna say anything else because my husband's in the chat. But moving on. This conversation is bringing me life. Same. I'm so excited to have people to talk to about this, which is great for my book of death spells. Ooh, please explain. Is this in real life or in a book? I mean, like, no judgment. I'm totally down if you have like a book of death in real life. Like, we are about that witchy stuff in this area. You might. Babe, you're supposed to be at work. Why are you in my chat? I love you too. Boom, boom. He's gonna be so mad at me for real. Kevin said, Brian, you're always my silver medal. I'm dying. At least someone appreciates me. Thank you, Kevin. Oh, gosh. Yes, I always go to the Ren Fest. Always, every year that I can. And I dress up and I'm so nerdy and I just get so many writing ideas while I'm there. I love it. Okay, Alex wants to do a sprint. Everyone wants to do, it looks like everyone wants to do one more. Austin had to role play some of the characters from Twilight. That's so funny. That is funny. This is not Death Note. Well, you never know. All right, guys, we will do one more. Are you guys okay with doing like a 10-minute? I know that's not much, but let's do a 10-minute really quick. So those of you that want to do a last sprint can get one in. I'll have to pull up a different timer. But let's see. We'll go to Camille's. I always use Camille's because I think hers is so pretty. And she's got that like really aesthetic, flowery vibe, which I love. Oh, where are they at? Here we go. Bird sprint timers. Oh, does she not have a 10 minutes in this pretty one? Okay, we'll do 15. We'll do a 15, you guys. That'll be fine. Let me get up some screen sharing here. And yeah, make that bigger. Okay, you guys ready? The last one? All right. Let's sprint. All right. How did everyone do? I kind of started. Kind of. I have an idea for first sentence, and I wrote it in first person, and then I wrote it in third person because I'm still kind of on the fence about which way would be best for the story. So I think I might do some like fiddle around test chapters, like write the first chapter both ways and see which one feels best for the story. It's hard because like third person feels middle grade, and I feel like it can be, I don't know, it feels a little bit more like a bedtime story in third person, but my last middle grade was in first person and it was really voicey. But I feel like this protagonist isn't as voicey, so I don't know. But it's also like an unreliable narrator story, which I feel like works better in first. So I'm just all over the place. But I got that done, so that felt good. How did everyone else do? Let's see. Pull up the chat here. Ashley got 219. Alex got 214. Austin K, don't forget to like before you leave. Yes, girl. Please give me a like. If you wouldn't mind, you'd be so kind. I would appreciate it. Megan got 311. That's amazing. Ashley, you feel like that too? You bounce between first and third a couple times. Yeah, like it's strange. My other stories, I knew exactly what they needed to be, and they both needed to be in first person. This one I feel like could go either way. So I don't really know what I'm going for here. Kind of stinks. Let's see. You made breakfast for lunch. I'm hungry. I'm gonna make some lunch here soon. You outlined what you're gonna write tomorrow and marked part of a video for a writing course you're taking. That's amazing. I love the idea of like prepping for what you're gonna do tomorrow, so that way when you get in it, you can just go. That's always super helpful for me. So, always the best. Thank you, Angelique. I appreciate it. Starting a new story, just barely. I have like a first sentence twice. So thank you for coming. I appreciate all of you showing up for the live. Woo! We did it. We got, I can't do math, but we did over an hour. So that's exciting. 20, 40, 60. Yep, we definitely did over an hour and 15 minutes. So I'm very proud of us. Very proud of me and all of the things that I didn't accomplish. But it's fine. You guys made up for it. You guys all did good. So that makes me feel a little less bad. Yeah. So thank you guys all for showing up. If I'm not dead, I might do this next week too. I'm thinking of doing Tuesdays at 10. Every Tuesday if I can, if I'm not in the throes of something painful. But yeah, so if that sounds good to you guys, leave me a thumbs up to let me know if that works for you all. And I appreciate you all coming. Thank you so much. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.